Supplying lethal defensive weapons to Ukraine to fend off Russia-backed separatists would mark a turning point in U.S. policy. Until now, only non-lethal military gear has been provided, and critics say a deterrence to further Russian aggression is long overdue.
I don't think Russia has given us a window for more positive cooperation on Ukraine. Maybe other places, but I certainly don't see it. So I think it's time to reconsider what our strategy has been and what that means. And I think, again, Ukraine is not asking for foreign troops to come and stand beside them. They're asking for the ability to fight the war in the way that they know they need to fight.
Advocates argue that sending a message of strength would be timely after Moscow retaliated against U.S. sanctions by expelling American embassy staff from diplomatic property and demanding their numbers be reduced by over 700. But opponents worry that supplying lethal weapons to Ukraine could escalate the conflict and provoke retaliation from the Kremlin, which has already denounced the possibility as raising tensions.
I think it would make much more sense to rethink some of the aid and capabilities that are being given and not plan them for a short-term fight, since major battles and offensive are now past, and think much more about the medium and long term of the Ukrainian military and the kind of Ukrainian military we would want to help them build.
Kurt Volker, the Trump administration's special envoy to Ukraine, is considering a change in policy. Speaking to Current Time, Volker said arming Ukraine with lethal defensive weapons would not further provoke Russia.
I hear these arguments that is somehow provocative to Russia, or that is going to embolden Ukraine to attack. These are just flat out wrong. First off, Russia is already in Ukraine. They are already heavily armed. It is a large military presence. And there's an even larger military presence surrounding Ukraine from Russian territory.
Russia's comparative military might with Ukraine makes the supply of U.S. weapons more of a political and morale boost for Kyiv than a defensive one, note analysts. Nonetheless, Moscow is likely to raise the issue with Volker. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov says the special envoy is expected to soon visit Russia for talks on Ukraine. Daniel Schearf, VOA News, Washington.